Hairdressing's been my love since I was 16, and it's something I kind of had wanted to do for a couple of years. I like the creativity aspect of it, and I like being in the environment. And from being in the salon, I kind of went into the whole creativity thing. I started assisting people and learning, just keep learning, the will to learn, the passion to absorb information. And the whole, I think it encapsulated everything that I wanted to do. It was fashion, it's art, music, and yeah, just being in that environment, working with a lot of beautiful women, and it was great for a young man in his late teens to do that. And then, yeah, it kind of encapsulated everything that I was about at that time. My inspirations are quite vast actually. Mysticism for me is probably the key inspiration. Mythology. I like anatomy in relation to mechanics. So bringing in line kind of painters. So particularly H.R. Giger is a big influence on me. The way he portrays the female form. Salvador Dali, Alfred Cuban. A lot of painters. They just portray occultism and mysticism, mythology. What I wanted to do with hairdressing was almost something that hadn't been done before. It is kind of make a hairdressing photo look like a painting, and you see a lot of avant-garde work around, a lot of avant-garde hair work around, but it looks like a photograph. You know, it's very. They're wearing a dress and it doesn't look particularly real. And if you're portraying the female form as a demon, a demonic entity, or a mechanoid, or something that's a little bit darker in element, you've got to make it look real. So, using things like clever photography, lying the models down. But yeah, it's kind of working in a different element, working outside the confines of what you would normally work. But yeah, definitely mysticism is my key influence. But also words, I get very fascinated with wordplay. So if you look at my collections, things like psionic, it all came from a word. I actually worked backwards and sketched the ideas just from seeing that word in a book. So in many ways I work very differently, but it all evolves around mysticism, and from that comes painting and unifying that with my interest of hair. My advice to younger people, not just hairdressers, but people getting into art or anything like that, is simply just believe in yourself. There's so many distractions out there that want to pull you away. It is really hard to find your true expression, your own style even. It took me a long time. It took me obviously having to learn hairdressing, learn the basics, before you can start breaking the rules. So, obviously I felt I didn't VQ to begin with. But yeah, I think once you've learned, you've got to stick at it. You've got to believe in yourself, not be distracted by other people. I mean, the amount of times I've been told, to begin with, I was no good, or it wouldn't get me anywhere. People, even my friends, hairdressing, it's not a career, it's not something you want to do. But I didn't listen to them. I knew inside what I had to do, I knew what I wanted to do, and it was tough to find my own style. I mean, now I've found it, I'm really running with it. But to begin with, I think you have to go through that journey, you have to go through that learning process of learning your skills, learning your craft, whatever that may be, and then you can break the rules and be a little bit different. If you look at fashion designers, the ones that have really excelled are the ones that have broken the rules, and the ones that haven't listened to media or the press, they haven't gone along with trends, they just listen to their own, it's almost like inner voice, what they wanted to do and what they felt passionate about. So what I would say to young people is just be yourself and believe in your own ideas, however crazy they might be, whatever impossible your dreams might be. I mean, I'm still creating dreams even now. I'm never happy with where I've got to. There's always something to better myself on. And I'm always looking forward to the next collection. I'm always thinking about the next idea. I've always got to beat myself. And it's, in a way it's good, but in other ways it becomes a lifestyle. It becomes, but as long as you're open for that, as long as you're willing to put the effort in and believe in yourself, then you can achieve anything. And that's whatever industry you're in creatively, you can do that. That's what I would say to young people now. My work is important to me because it's about individuality, and I found that where I was working and the things I was doing, I'd learned all I could, and I felt very bit suffocated. I was being told what to do, and I wasn't allowed to do what I wanted to do. And I'd looked at a lot of the great hairdressers. I'd looked at people like Vidal Sassoon, who started the whole thing anyway. He turned hair into an art form. And then Trevor Sorby did his thing, Robert Lebetta did his thing, Errol Douglas did his thing, Anthony Muscala did his thing, and it's turning hair into an art form. And I was really thinking, well, what am I going to do? What can I add to hairdressing that I feel it hasn't got? And it was really combining my interest of mysticism, mythology, that kind of thing, occultism, to hairdressing, and portraying it in a new way. Where I see my future is just being an individual, is just doing my own thing, not going along with the trends especially. I'm not a real big fan of that. I don't like that. I believe more in individuality, more individualism, and doing what you're passionate about, whether that's being a session hairdresser and working on catwalks, or working in film, or anything like that. But for me, it's creating images. I love to create images that inspire and just deliver a message. For me, it's about conceptual hairdressing. It's working with a story, it's working with a theme, and it's doing something a little bit different. I love doing work in series. I think people have looked at my work, and even my friends have looked at my work and said it's always in a series, and there's like a theme and a story behind it. I never like to repeat myself, and that's another thing. I never like to repeat what I've done before. I mean, some people, I obviously wouldn't say names, but some people have actually made a career of doing the same thing, and I can't do that. You've always got, any artist wants to progress, any artist, whether a poet, painter, anything anybody just wants to progress and do things differently. For me, it's working under the umbrella of, it's dark mannerism, it's dark fantasy, but you've got to progress. So I see myself in the future just being almost like a painter, just create images and just create, and just be an individual. And if I get attention, great. If I don't, then that's great too.